cut that stove on. My name hot like fajita plate. I don't need a break. Told my partner.
A December chill is in the air coming off of Lake Erie, but folks here bundled up, ready for football at Cleveland Browns Stadium in downtown Cleveland. Tonight we put a bow on Week 15 with a great Monday night matchup, as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Cleveland Browns. Here's the former Auburn kicker Daniel Carlson to get this one started. And off we go from Cleveland. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. They'll start on the ground here on first down. There he goes, left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 31 yards there to first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Saunders. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Browns at 9-4 now on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down.
And this is an offense that's #1 in the NFL in rushing, and you know that has to be the focus of any game plan defensively. But they can throw it, too, as evidence right there. And they move the chains here on this opening drive.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Saunders, and nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
This is 2nd and 8. Off play action. Done. Looking right sideline, that's complete. Touchdown, Browns. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They go play action. Here's Hooker. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Trenton Simpson, well, he just flew in there to drop it.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms. And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The kicker just carried the ball. He's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Third down, Hooker looks to throw it. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, just 2 series in here, Charles, but everything's gone to script so far. They got a touchdown on their first drive. Their defense holds, and now they've got a chance to take a 2-score lead.
And to co-sign with you, exactly the start they scripted up. And really, that kind of start, that can set the tone for the game for them. Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
To throw on 2nd down. Done. Looking middle, and that's complete. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets him a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Braccolini. 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Check out.
They'll run on 1st down. Saunders. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Saunders. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. You look at this Raiders defense. Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
On 3rd down, done. And that is incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 1st down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
2nd down, Jacobs once more. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, In addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short game.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs with his 14th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back one, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And he's going to have the Browns first down as the tackle made here at the 36. And I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 71 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. And it's going to be caught for the Browns. Touchdown. A great play there. 34 yards. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Keyshawn Nixon now going to bring it out of his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to... Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. these guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Done. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Off the play fake. Done. He finds his man, complete. That's Saunders. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
They'll look to throw again. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns go up by 2 touchdowns. Butker now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21 to 7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Nixon now from his end zone. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. But for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 82 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
2 first downs have them up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. Jacobs going to try the middle, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
2nd down and 8.
18 rattle.
Here's Hooker. Completes it to Hardman. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. It's a gain of just a couple there, but it's enough to get him the first.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Hooker on 1st down. He'll get this underneath to Jacobs. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Hooker's, and this throw brought in here by Mayer. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 35. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. First down throw here. It's Hooker. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Throw left side complete. That's Bennett. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there. 27 yards. And the Raiders get a late score here, the final minute of the 1st half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Knox. Look at the big fella go. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Dawson Knox, 75 yards. And the Browns will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Nixon now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
Ready?
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Here's 3rd and 6. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. It's a room to maneuver. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That's it for the 1st half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. Nixon now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
Here's Jacobs from the gun, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Off play action. Here's Hooker. Short throw, that's hauled in by Mayer. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. 3rd and 7 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Hooker's going to throw it. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 4th down. They'll go for it. Hooker. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Looking to throw. Hooker. And a quick throw here. That's complete.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They go with Jacobs. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. He's been tough for this defense to handle, over 100 yards. You kind of knew that they were going to him on that play, didn't you?
They certainly did. That's one of those situations where you simply say, my best runner over my best blockers, let's go ahead and pick it up. And I don't care if they know it on the other side. Here we come, and they got it done.
The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down. And he'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air.
Touchdown! Amari Cooper, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they're within 7 now at 28-21. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. But I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Here's 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Done. And that will be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mate.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game, and we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Done. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. Touchdown, Browns! A great play there for the 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Browns will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Nixon now from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Hooker now off play action. Looking left side of him, he's got a man. That's Jacobs. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Okay, ready?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Cowboy 80. Ready?
Throwing. Hooker. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 23 yards on the play.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Now they empty the backfield and motion the running back right. And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Not the first and goal play they drew up. Multiple defenders in to bring him down to the ground. Second and goal from the 6 this time. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here first and 10. Off play action. Done. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Browns drive about to get started.
They will look to flush the memory of that pick six as we now have a brand new tie ball game here in the fourth quarter. Getting down to the good stuff.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Done. And the Raiders have got him. Brian Burns racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
To throw on third down. Dunn. He's got his target. That's complete. And they want this right on field across the 45. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the first down in the process. Up the middle they go. Saunders. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 44. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have the first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go to Johnson again. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That'll put him at 96 yards receiving now for the game, and he's got a first down as well.
I tell you what, it looks like he's shaking off that pick 6 just fine. It's not just defensive backs that have to have short memories. Quarterbacks utilize that as well. A much more confident throw right there.
A first down carry here for Johnson. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive, take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Now 2nd and 4.
Running from the gun, Johnson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Here we go. 1st and goal.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year and 3rd overall. And the Browns answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score Browns 42, Raiders 35.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Nixon now from his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Mustang 19.
Hooker to throw. Finding Hardman.
I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock, but I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn it into a big gain.
Throwing here is Hooker.
He's going to let it fly. And this will be caught at the 30. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Here's Hooker. He'll swing that out wide to Jacobs.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as he'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
Final minute, one timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Now Hooker.
Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs.
And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Now 1st and goal. Quick throw completed by Hooker.
And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th.
This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here's 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Done.
That's taken in by Knox.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. From the gun, a run for Johnson.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
To throw on 2nd down. Done. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
But just a gigantic play here, both sides. This is 3rd and inches.
Up the middle, Johnson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Again, it's Johnson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Everything right now resting on the right foot of Harrison Butker. This from long, very long range. And he missed it. It's no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth.
Boy, that's a big-time letdown there. You work yourself in position to win the game, but the kick winds up no good. And now you've got to regroup as a team, get the energy back up, and get ready for overtime. And make sure you pump him up, too. He may be needed to try and win it again later.
This is 1st and 10. Hooker's looking to throw. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules remind us how this goes. So it's the Browns who are going to get possession first here in overtime as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Charles, you think back to halftime, they had the big lead. They were in control of this game. They lost that lead. But ultimately right now, with the ball in overtime, a chance to win this thing.
And you know each guy's telling his teammate, just let it go. Don't worry about it. We're starting fresh right here. What happened before does not matter. What happens right now and going forward, that's what matters. Let's find a way to win this game.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down. The throw over the middle, taken in. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Off the bootleg. Done. They'll check this down to Johnson. And he is going to have the Browns first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Done. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Baldwin. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. A good start for him under center here in overtime, now 3 of 3.
And this is where you have to know who you have playing quarterback. You've got a confident thrower right now, someone who's taking care of the ball, but not being timid as well, and is moving the team downfield. That opens up your playbook and allows you to dial up some big shots if you want them.
A give up the middle to Johnson. 51 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
From the gun on 3rd down. Done. Pass taken in by his big tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. What they say, it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Johnson running right, and he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And he'll go down at the 28.
But if you're going to have a relay race, you're probably going to pick your backs and receivers to run it, but don't underestimate the conditioning of the offensive line. They're out there just dictating things, staying on the field, and keeping a long drive going.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Done.
Now a screen set up for Johnson.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle him for just a short gain.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11.
Looking to throw. Done. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Defensively now, the ultimate challenge, of course, if ball gets in the end zone, this thing's over.
And I remember my coach has always talked about in goal line situations, and now you're in overtime where they have to keep them to 3 points. Otherwise, this thing is done. Win your individual battle within the framework of the team defense. Beat that guy across from you and make a play. I expect them to attack on defense and not sit back.
They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT.
Why would I hold a man for ransom when my scope like Richard Branson? Since the basement making anthems over seasons with the Madden. Black is teasing with my Panthers. Pretty girl, she think I'm handsome. Just coasting through these mountains. I'm not bossing, I'm advancing. I'ma keep it moving till I be on before below. Wanna be intimate with soul, explode this war before I go. And that's some hours in my bench way. Now it's like work for 10K all cause it is 10 gamers. Been insane in the membrane since them days where we raved for 3 days and 4 nights and took them red-eye flights, hot straight off the plane and through the back door of the place. Then I head on stage, they be like, see the car going ahead, they be like, so I stepped on stage, they be like, ooh yeah, see the car going ahead, they be like, ooh yeah. Courageous, raised by some Zulu lions, taught to seek dangers, brave and defiant, boy, the Lord was doing favors, blaze through the fire, yeah, we had a few, lost a few wages, still coming rampant, misbehavior, flavors, still coming anti-up, rebelling with my ravers, still don't give a about who be the latest, can't be locked up in them cages, start living up to what the f you think your day is. But hey, what about it? So I stepped on stage, they were like, see the crowd going ahead, they were like, so I stepped on stage, they were like, ooh yeah, see the crowd going ahead.
Yeah.
I fell deep down in that mud, baby, now I'm climbing out. They think it'll be us when they finding out. I be taking straight losses, lady, what you crying about? I done put blood, sweat, and tears in, that's what I'm dying about. Know it costs to live this life, boy, ain't no signing out. Them boy can't eat on my team, they gotta stay for round. They gon' be talking loud, block out the south. Gotta know who gon' get it done, whether we home or out of town. In the state, gon' run them down.
Yeah, back in my bag again. I started rapping and jump out of oh yeah, my daddy's son. Around that time I was on my grind trying to change where my mama lived. But that was for us, this ain't for me. I ain't never had ill intent. I do what it take to win. I came first place again. I'm coming too hard, no they won't see me fall. I ain't never gonna let them win. I've been on my grind, but man I don't skate. I'm putting up race, I ain't doing no days, no they couldn't relate. Can't even touch for my heart in the safe. I'm trying to get out the hood to the lake. I want the crib with the leg in the back. QB sneaky, getting attacked. Go through the hole like cat in the hat. This a Hellcat, this ain't no scat. Doing a dash, you know what I mean? Doing my big one, letting them see it. And I'm gonna put on for my whole team.
Been a problem my whole life. Mama love when I'm living right. Daddy raised me surviving fight. Now they watching me on prime time. Now they watching me on prime time. Now they watching me on prime time. Been a problem my whole life. Mama love when I'm living right. Daddy raised me surviving fight. Now they watching me on prime time.
Yeah.
Now they watching me on prime time.
No question. No question, they wanna see a demise. Eastside just too fast, yeah, I kill them in stride. I love all my haters, they concealing their pride. Went from humble beginners to numerous winners. I took a few losses, you know a hitter still got chicken to fry. Know some people out here picking a side, know I'm out here picking a lot. Watching the fakes, watching the stakes, slither, striking the time. TDE, it's the family, we them dominant dogs. Top tiering, when them comments involved, we out for it all. Rock solid, he ain't dropping the ball. Prime time, who want it with us? Got clarity, longevity like bus and bus. Got too far and it's the starving, this and that's a no-no. If I'm hungry, then I'm hunting, always on the go-go.
Been a problem my whole life. Mama love when I'm living right. Daddy raised me surviving fight. Now they watching me on prime time. Now they watching me on prime time. Now they watching me on prime time. Been a problem my whole life. Mama love when I'm living right. Daddy raised me surviving fight. Now they watching me on prime time. Now they watching me on prime time. Now they watching me on prime time. Now they watching me on prime time.
I went out and got everything on my own. Please don't try to give me no advice. What was your 2 cents? And we was down bad broke, my mama couldn't keep on the light. No cat or no dog, we sleeping with mice. Beans and weenies, we ate it with rice. I swore to my mama that I was gonna change my life. I was grinding every night. By the ring, that I'm just trying to get it. Championship, I'm trying to win it. All these racks, I gotta spin it. All my whips be limos. You ain't with my squad and mind your business. Everything we start, we finish. Watch I work the hardest with it. Tongue out like I'm Jordan. Without me change my name. Dog days went through pain. Them hard days I wouldn't change. It's the reason I'm still in the game. It's the reason I'm stacking this change. It's the reason I'm chasing this rain. It's the reason I'm still in my lane. It's the reason I'm never gonna change my heart in the game.